Adam Harry here with my buddy Bully Mike. How's it going, dude?
Oh, very good, very good.
Long time no see?
Yes, it's been a while.
My fault, yeah. But anyway, we're here with a 2K bat ref. We've got Bully Mike's really awesome Ultramarines, a bunch of Nig-killing badasses coming in, and my crazy Cobra Kai, Tyranids, High Fleet Cobra Kai coming in. Looking for this. It's going to be a good game, man.
I think so. It's pretty thematic, and both really pretty armies, and so it should be great.
Speaking of thematic, we do have a special scenario going on. It's a kind of a special. We'll talk about it when we show you guys the board, but it's kind of Jurassic Park theme, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward
Trying to keep
this.
the bugs in.
Keep them in. Wait, that's me.
These fences right here behind us.
Cool, man. Let's go check out the board. All right, Mike, why don't you walk us through the scenario today?
All right, like we said before, we've got kind of a Jurassic Park, the Amphibian Project theme going on. So we've got the city, which has been infested with Tyranids, ruined out from bombing, but unfortunately, the fence to keep these guys in the city and contain them until we can blow them all to bits has been deactivated. So the Ultras are coming into town, trying to get these fences back up. Tyranids are doing whatever they can to break out of the city and stop the Ultramarines from reactivating these. So these are just going to be objective markers. We're doing Vanguard Strike, 5 objective markers, 2,000 points apiece.
So here's the foresty area, the kind of the outskirts, and then the city on this side.
Coming from the outskirts of town.
Right down the middle there, we've got the 5 objective markers fighting over those.
That's it.
Should be pretty bloody, pretty throwdown-tastic. So we've got the overhead cam, kind of side cam going too. So that'll be intermixed throughout the battle report. But yeah, what do you say we roll off and get started, man?
Let's get into it.
All right, Mike, you have an awesome Ultramarines army. Can you walk me through your list real quick, man?
Yeah, one of my favorite things about the Ultramarines is that, you know, the whole McCragg saga. You've got these guys that are obsessed with killing Tyranids and taking some vengeance. So I've got a lot of drop pods, 5 drop pods, including a Lucius.
Boom.
So, you know, guys make planetfall, try to make craters in the Tyranid lines while my other guys move forward. So in the backfield, I start with Cassius and Tigurius, both Ultramarines, real obsessed with the Tyranids. Some Centurions, Assault Centurions. They got the Bolters and the Flamers.
Cool.
They're in a Land Raider Redeemer, perfect for flushing out Termagants. I've got a Storm Talon, and he's got the crack missiles.
Gotcha.
So I have 1 drop pod with Melta Combat Squad.
Sweet.
I got the Lucius with an Ironclad Dreadnought.
Yep.
I got another drop pod with Combat Squad, guys with Flamer and a Combi Flamer.
Cool.
And this is a Command Squad, some veterans that have Melta guns.
With an awesome banner, by the way.
Come down to take the big beasts. And uphold the honor of the chapter. The last combat squad is Combi Plasma in a drop pod.
Very cool.
I got some guys from the 10th Company joining up. 4 shotguns, keep them handy for close encounters. Melt a bomb, and they're in a Landspeeder Storm with a heavy flamer. A Hunter, and 4 Last Cannon Devastator guys, and a Thunderfire Cannon Tech Marine.
Sweet.
So that's it.
By the way, awesome job. I'm sure you guys saw it all home. He's got a ton of little Tyranid knickknacks and stuff like that. Where'd you get those from, dude?
Yours.
They're from me.
Your collection, yeah. That's right, Mr. Harris.
That's the advantage of saving all your bits, and your bud's like, hey, dude, you got any Tyranid bits left over? Yes, I do.
Yep.
Very cool, very cool. Well, let's go check out the Tyranid opposition. All right, folks, I've got High Fleet Cobra Kai. These are my Tyranids. So just a ton of stuff here. I'm actually running a 2K, so running 2 CADs basically to run you through real fast. So the first CAD is 2 Hive Tyrants with flying Hive Tyrants with Double Devourers, of course, and Electroshock Grubs. I'm running 2 3-man Warrior Squads with Deathspitters Venom Cannons.
The mini bosses.
Yep, mini bosses for sure. I've got another troop choice there, 13 Gaunts, as you see there. I've got 2 Lictors in the squad, this CAD. So there, and then these 2 big boys are actually Molochs this game. So coming from below, this little thing here is actually a comms relay that's going to go with my Aegis defense line. I'm going to give that a shot, see how it works out. The second part, the allied detachment here, is actually this section. So I've got another walking Hive Tyrant. You don't see those very often, but he's got a heavy venom cannon and lash with bone sword combo. I've got a brood of Devour-FXs. Can't leave home without those guys, right? So they're going to spit out a lot of shots. Another 13-man squad of Gaunts, and then 2 more Venom Thropes. I almost said Lictors, but they're Venom Thropes, and they're in a brood, so they're not 2 separately choices. But that's what I'm running. It should be pretty fun. It's got 2K. Let's take a quick look at the board. All right, folks, we are all set up. The Tyranids are defending in this scenario, so I'm actually going to go second, but I'm all balled up in the corner you see there. I've got most of my stuff deployed. I do have a couple of things in reserve. Obviously, the 2 Molochs, Ultramarine squad, and then the Lictors are going to outflank here in a sec, or not outflank, sorry, infiltrate. But Bully Mike, why don't you talk about your deployment real fast, man?
Cool. I got my guys that start on the board, the Devastators, the Hunter, Thunderfire Cannon, and Land Raider. Got Cassius and Tigurius hanging out with the Assault Centurions in there, ready to go up and throw a few punches.
Right on. So it's pretty straightforward. You're attacking, so you got first turn, man. So let's get this party started.
Let's do it.
Turn 1, Ultramarines came down. What happened, dude?
All right. First thing, the ground forces slowly moved up a little bit, taking targets. Drop pod came in over here. The ruins squad with a Melta and a common Melta gingerly went into the ruins, and
what they hear?
They heard a little scary sound, kind of unnerved them a little bit. There's a Lictor hiding in the darkness. Open fire with the Kami, Melta, and Melta. Found their target somehow, even through the darkness. I guess the lenses were working in fine order for these guys, and instant gacked the Lictor.
I rolled a 1.
He rolled a 1.
Which was a theme this turn for me.
What else? Tried to hide in the cardboard box, like Snake. It did not work.
Didn't work out for him.
Another pod tried to come in over near the farthest fence generator over here, but cool. The recon was a little not good enough, and they came in a little off target, so they're trying to make their approach to that one. The shooting happened. The last cannons took out 2 Tyranid warriors.
More 1s.
Both double 1s and instant gack 2 of them. And the Hunter tried to shoot one of the Hive Tyrants, didn't do anything. The Dreadnought came in at Lucius. He's still in his little car, waiting to come out like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
Thunderfire missed entirely, and I believe that wraps it up.
Yep. Sounds like a quick turn 1 for the Ultramarines. Let's kick it over to Tyranid turn 2. Turn 1.
Turn 1.
Still turn 1. All right, BoLS fans, the Tyranid turn 1 happened. As you can see here, I just kind of moved up and everything. Nothing too crazy. Shooting wise, the Flyers flew over here. Of course, they're flying. I lit up that squad that killed the Lictor. Sorry, squad. We salute you for your service. Now I got to kill the drop pod because it's scoring.
That's right.
So they're flying in tandem in formation or whatever. These guys just kind of moved up. The Carnifexes were ready to rumble. They rolled a 6 on their terrain roll, so they hopped out. I lit up the drop pod, and the Dreadnought came out, and he is not happy.
His car is dead. You broke his little house.
His frown is upside down.
Yep.
Because he's so happy he's about to smash some Tyranid. But everything else moved up. I did fire the heavy Venom Cannon onto the Land Raider. Unfortunately, I rolled like a 3 to pen, so not going to happen. So he's coming full blast at me. So yeah, we'll go to Space Marine Ultramarines turn 2.
Turn 2.
All right, Mike, Ultramarines turn 2. That was pretty brutal, I'm not going to lie.
A mailed fist into the heart of the enemy there that took out most of the bowling ball here.
Oh, yeah.
Tigurius, Cassius, and his crew came out of the booth, ripped into down 2 Carnifexes. One's left. He whiffed big time on his strike back, so that was unfortunate. The Ironclad made short work of the Tyranid warriors over here.
Yep.
And had some shooting.
Shooting wasn't that effective.
Shooting was not that effective. The guys that did the best are the scouts back here that
heavy flamer
burned gaunts, and they think they earned their paycheck doing that. That was pretty sweet. I put a wound on the Hive Tyrant with I think a command squad melta gun.
Yeah, there's a missile token from the Hunter.
And the missile's coming back around again. He passes grounding check, so he's still in the air. So Hive Tyrants, I've always had a hard time with them, but justly so. They're badass.
Yep.
Marines are looking good right now, but
yep.
Yeah, you still have the superior Air Force here.
I got a couple more things coming into reserve, so we'll see what happens. But his reserves The only thing that didn't come in for you was the Storm Talon. And I think there was
just the Storm Talon.
Just the Storm Talon? Okay.
Yep, everything else came in.
Yep, cool. Well, I've got to roll my reserves, and we'll see what happens, see if I can do any damage to the blue tide here that's just punching my nids.
The Lictor took a wound.
Oh, yeah.
But he's good to go. He's gonna jump out and rip some dudes out.
That's right. I'm hoping on. Got that pheromone trail coming for you.
Excellent.
Here we go. Tyranid turn 2. All right, guys. Tyranid turn 2. Man, this is
Fun
getting
game.
bloody. We are throwing down hardcore. So what happened over here? The Hive Tyrant jumped the fence and jumped into combat because why not? I issued a challenge for Cassius because why not?
He's a man of honor.
And he does have hatred preferred enemy. So he was
Tyranids,
like,
yeah.
let's do this. So I actually swung on Cassius. I hit him a couple times. He made a save. No big deal. He swung back and did a wound. So that Hive Tyrant is concussed. My Lictor hopped in here too. Did a wound to the Centurion.
Yep.
But Centurion survived actually.
You should know that actually that before the assault, Moloch came in, killed the Centurion, no problem, and put a wound on Tiggy, I believe.
Yeah, it popped up right here. I had the Lictor there to keep him from scattering.
Yes.
Just popped up twice right there. I did mishap, and that's why he's back here now. The second Moloch came in too. He popped up and ate a squad pretty much single-handedly. That guy made his leadership check, so he's hanging out.
Yep.
As far as that goes, Flyrants on their turn, they flew from here across into the woods to get cover, and then they unloaded on the Hunter, hit him with 2 electroshock grubs, and then 2 sets of, between the 2 of them, 2 more sets of Devourers, and put enough glancing hits on it to take it out of the game. So, yeah, I mean, if you're looking at this objective line right down the middle, clearly all blue. Got a little bit of yellow over here, so we're putting some pressure on him. But yeah, I mean, he's definitely in my backfield.
He's got to kill some drop pods.
And I'm about to start killing drop pods like crazy.
Yeah.
So, all right, Bully Mike, kick it over to you for Ultramarine turn 3. All right, Bully Mike, walk us through Ultramarines turn 3, man. What happened?
All right, had some good shooting on the Hive Tyrants. Did a wound to each of the guys. This guy grounded himself and took a wound from the fall. So managed to get a wing shot there.
Boom.
I believe it was from the Storm Talon, yeah. Put a wound or 2 on the Moloch from the Land Raider.
Yep.
Yeah, these guys just tried to shoot at the Hive Tyrants. They, like I already covered that. Let's see, over here, Dreadnought came out of the terrain, kind of stumbling even though he has moved through cover, did not make his charge to help out Cassius, but it didn't matter. Cassius and Tigurius survived another turn.
He got some help, though.
Got some help.
From an unlikely source there.
Called down the Thunderfire. He tried to put it on the gaunts, and it scattered over and hit Cassius and the Hive Tyrant. Did 2 wounds to the Hive Tyrant.
It was 3 hits and 2 wounds.
3 hits, 2 wounds.
I rolled a 1 and a 2 for my save. So. And
then Cassius made his armor save because he knew it was coming.
Yeah.
The Landspeeder Storm toasted 1 Venom Throw.
Yep. All the dudes inside.
And I believe that was it. Yeah, the Dreadnought did not make the charge, so.
We're hanging out, man.
They're holding out with endurance, man. I made 2 endurance saves with Tigurius to survive against the Carnifex.
Yep. So I mean, he's making saves. I'm not making saves, but this combat's actually like the coolest part of the game.
Yeah, the Centurions are dead, and so it's down to the heroes, man.
Yeah. So big dogs versus big dogs. So cool. Let's kick it over. Tyranid turn 3. All right, real quick, Tyranid turn 3. What happened? The Flyrants broke off from each other. One of them went after the Storm Talon up top there. And this Flyrant flew over. I turned around and shot the Devourers at some Lattice Cannon dudes. Ended up killing 3 of them. So one of them's going to have to get closer to the other one.
Yep.
Moving down the line here, the Moloch, instead of burrowing, this one actually charged the Land Raider. I opted to do the single smash attack. And happened to get 1 whole point in. Nothing fancy, though. So just doing that. On the reserves table, I did get my gaunts. So they're coming in from this board edge.
The other Moloch
burrowed. Yeah, he's out. He's going to come pop back up later. This combat's still going down. I did manage to get 1 wound on Cassius.
Yep.
I did roll a 6 to wound, which is insta-death normally, but he is Eternal Warrior, so that's how that goes. And then over here, the Carnifex smashed. I didn't do the smash attack, but we hit each other again and just bounced off. Everybody's making saves now. So
he has Eternal Warrior because of endurance. That's still going on.
Yes,
otherwise those guys would be long dead.
So that fight is forever going.
Yep.
We're going into Ultramarines turn 4.
Yep.
But yeah, it's looking pretty thin for the Nids, but they're not out of the woods yet, those Ultramarines. So hang in there. So here we go, Ultramarines turn 4. Ultramarines turn 4. Bully Mike, what happened, man?
Oh man, well, moved around a little bit. These squads kind of spread out, tried to turn on those fences. Land Raider moved back, put some fire, cleansing flame on the Moloch. Took him down. He's got 1 wound left. Storm Talon tried to snap shoot at this Hive Tyrant. Nothing happened there. Last Cannon's kind of regrouped a little bit. Thunderfire.
Put the shots on the Moloch.
Yeah, he put a wound or 2 on the Moloch. The Dreadnought charged into the combat, but he didn't actually have to do much because, he finished off the Hive Tyrant.
Yeah.
After Tigurius force wounded the Carnifex.
Boom.
1 wound, 1 failed save.
Dead Carnifex.
Dead Carnifex with a force. And so they consolidated, and we're going into Tyranids 4. Oh, the Storm finished off the Gaunts.
Yeah, 4 Gaunts there, so, yep.
Yeah.
Cool, well, we'll kick it over. Tyranid turn 4.
Yep.
See if I can turn things around. That Moloch's totally going to burrow, by the way. All right, so Tyranid turn 4. Here's a quick glimpse of the board. My Flyrant jumped out of the woods up there and skedaddled over here. He shot down the Storm Talon, which then crashed into the Thunderfire cannon, but didn't manage to wound. The Moloch popped up right here. I was trying to eat some heroes, but unfortunately he scattered, and then he just ran back. The other Flyrant split off, moving this way. He fired into the back of the Dreadnought and took him out. But that's pretty much it right now for the Tyranids. That crazy combat is finally over. So, excuse me. We'll go into Ultramarine turn 5 and see what happens. All right, Mike, how does it look at on your end of the field here for Ultramarine turn 5?
I think Ultramarine's looking pretty good. We didn't do much in shooting.
Right.
I think
You did put a wound on the Hive Tyrant, though, with the last cannons.
Yeah, and I put a wound on the Venom Throat.
Yep.
That was pretty much the extent of it. This fresh Moloch came out. I couldn't resist. I charged in, even though I didn't get freaking endurance off with Tigurius. Charged in with the Moloch. Got force off. Tigurius whiffed, did nothing. Cassius actually put 1 or 2 wounds on him, I think.
Yeah.
And the Marine, I think, put another wound on them somehow.
Yeah, so he's down 3 wounds.
Down 3 wounds. He struck back, killed the Marine, and Cassius failed his invulnerable.
But
he has Feel No Pain by himself, so he's
he passed that one.
Chilling, yeah.
So we're locked in. I failed my hit and run. So I rolled a 5 anyway. So whoops. But it's top of my turn, or now it is.
Let's go to the bottom of 5.
Bottom 5. Tyranids. I still have the Moloch to pop back up. He's got 5 wounds on him, so we'll see if I can eat a squad or something before he dies. So here we go. Tyranid turn 5. All right, everybody. The game just ended. Mike just rolled a die, and the end of turn 5. Oh, I really needed it to go a couple more turns. I was hoping to get to 6 at least to try to clear off some of these objectives, but real fast, the end of my turn, how it was looking. This Hive Tyrant flew into this objective, lit up that squad, the Honor Guard squad, totally wiped them out. Pretty lucky shooting there. This Hive Tyrant flew over here and fired at the the drop pod, took that one out. I was hoping to turn him and try to contest some objectives, but just ran out of time. Over here, this combat, the Moloch, even though he didn't hit and run out, he still lived, just barely. Tiki hit him a couple times, almost got the force off, but I made my save. Yeah. Strikes back, I rolled a 2, 2, and a 1, so it was pretty bad. These guys were kind of out of game, but I was trying to run them up to try to maybe next turn make an objective push, but you run out of time sometimes, and what are you going to do? That Moloch did pop up and eat the last cannon squad, so that was a plus.
Yep.
So real fast, we're going to do a very fast recount to see where we're at objective points wise. I'm pretty sure Ultramarines have it, but we'll do that real fast, and then we'll wrap it up for you guys at the end here. All right, BoLS fans, for the recap, Tyranids totally dominated. Just playing. What was the final score, Mike?
I think the Ultramarines got all the objectives, actually.
Yeah, it was 5-0. Woo!
They know what they're doing, man.
That's Tyranids. High Fleet Cobra Kai does not play to the objectives. They have no mercy for their opponents, so they just try to punch you in the face.
Trying to eat it. Biomass, that's all they care about.
Don't care about winning, care about killing. Mm-hmm. That's how I roll.
That's right.
But that was a really fun game. What'd you think of the scenario, dude?
I thought it was cool. It was a pretty standard 5 objective thing. It was cool having the objectives lined up along the middle of the board with Vanguard.
Totally.
We might have, and I might think of a way to tweak it to where like there's an on-off mechanic with the
something like if you take it, you turn it on, and if I take it, I turn it off.
Get it back, yeah.
At the end of the game, whoever's got
Yeah.
So that way you could like take an objective and actually the unit can then move and do other stuff.
Exactly, yeah. And I'd have to come back if I wanted to get it again. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. So maybe we'll see that next time. But those Ultramarines, man, Cassius.
Yeah,
Cassius.
Cassie and Tiggy hung in there, killed the Hive Tyrant.
Was it Hive Tyrant, Carnifex?
Working on the Moloch, putting in work on the Moloch.
Yeah. They just made all their saves, man. Like, the Force came in with you too, so it was pretty brutal for me. But I had a great game. Thanks again, Mike. So we'll see you guys next time. I'm Adam Airy from BoLS Souls.
Yep.
It's my buddy Mike.
From McCrag.
Wait. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one. See you guys later.